Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Beardmaster180 here to do a review on the 2010 remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. Last night I had the pleasure of experiencing this movie. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right. I said pleasure. I went into this movie with little expectation and came out with a smile on my face. Now, before I go any further, I will warn you there may be a spoiler too, like a cool death scene or something like that. So if you don't want anything like that spoiled, stop watching now immediately. I don't want any complaints that I spoiled something for you. I'm warning you now, so we've got that out of the way. Now, onto the movie itself. The movie follows the same idea from the original. It takes most aspects from the original and adds more to it. It's not like Friday the 13th, the new one that they did, where it took like aspects from the first three, like the burlap sack over his head and then going to the hockey mask and such. It follows the same. This one follows the same formula from the original Nightmare and just expands on it. We get a more in-depth Freddy background and a couple new ideas, like some characters that were not originally in the movie, and so naturally we get a few new death scenes. Also, more violence, like all horror movies this day and age. It's not really gory, but it's definitely bloody. It The blood looks like tar, but you know it's blood, so therefore there's a lot of it. I couldn't tell that it was red though. We, I couldn't. You might be able to. I don't know. Um, but like I said, there is a lot of this tar-like blood in this. So I pretty much don't have to talk much about the story. It's like I said, it's pretty much the original story about a horribly burned man who stalks teenagers in their dreams, kills them in their dream, and then they wind up dead. They die in real life. There's been something added to this story though to kind of freshen it up just a tiny bit. The characters learn about and experience something called micronaps. This basically happens when someone has stayed up for over 70 hours and their body needs to shut down. Their body needs rest. So they basically start to fall asleep while they're awake and stay awake, and they're dreaming with their eyes open. And they if they don't go to sleep and rest properly, then they will eventually just fall into a coma, which is sleeping without waking. I have no clue if this is an actual phenomenon or not, but I found it interesting for characters who can't dream, otherwise they'll die. We also learn more about Freddy. Now, from the original, we knew that Freddy likes kids just a little bit too much. What we never knew, and what was up to us, was how did he like these kids? Did he kill them? Did he touch them in unspeakable ways? And that sort of added a mystery to the character. Well, in this one, there's no mystery. We find out that he was accused of being a pedophile and was chased by the parents and burned alive for his sins. What's also new is that all the teenage characters knew Freddy when they were like 5. So, and being that it was such a long time ago, they've basically forgotten, and, now it's like repressed memories have brought him back. Now, onto the effects. When I saw Freddy, like the new Freddy in the teaser trailer, I didn't like it. He kind of looked like a fraud to me, in my opinion. Even though I'd only seen the original once, I knew what Freddy looked like, and it just didn't seem like Freddy. But as I was watching this remake, you grow to like him. He like the look of him, anyways. I know that sounds kind of wrong, but bear with me. It was a good look on the new. It was a new good. It was a new. It was a good new look on the character. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired right now. Um, so, and it also didn't look like Jackie Earl Haley. Um, but you knew it was him if you've seen Watchmen because it sounded exactly like Rorschach. So yeah, I think he kind of mixed the two characters together, and I kind of like that. Going back to the blood, like I said, there was a lot of this stuff, digital buckets of it, anyways. Um, like most movies these days, the blood is mostly CGI except for the aftermaths. One death involved a girl being slashed across her chest and blood just spewed out. Obviously, that was CGI, but hopefully, like if they did this CGI, then they're lazy. But the blood on her shirt and the bed and the floor and the wall was all hopefully the liquid substance that they pass off as blood. Now, I heard somewhere that the new Freddy wasn't funny. Um, I also heard that he was darker. Yes, he was darker, but what movie were they watching when they said that he wasn't funny? I found a couple good funny lines in this movie. They were mostly at the end, but you know, still they were there. I don't know. Maybe I just have a twisted sense of humor. All I'm going to say about acting in this movie was Jackie Earle Haley pulled off Freddy amazingly. He did a really great job about going along with this character. Um, you may have a different opinion, but aside from that, even I thought, and aside from that, I even thought that some of the actors who weren't Freddy, they showed some good fear for their characters. But to be honest, who goes to a horror movie for the acting? You don't. It's just not. But anyways, all in all, it was a good popcorn flick. Some good effects, nice additions to an already great story. I was not disappointed with this film. I am looking forward to the DVD when it comes out, or Blu-ray if I ever get a Blu-ray player. One thing though, they tried too hard to pull off some scares. They were too frequent, and some of them were unnecessary at times. Um, but if like it got my heart racing, so if you don't like being scared or you have like a severe heart condition, you should just stay away from this one because there were a lot of scares pulled off. But you know, a slight side effect in an already in a pretty really good movie. Um, even if you see it coming, your heart rate. Even if you do see it coming, your heart rate will increase. I saw it coming about 5 times, and like even though I didn't go like that, like I didn't jump, my heart was still racing because it was loud in the theater, and it was cool with the sound, with the surround sound. There was a couple times when Freddie would laugh, and you know, off to the right, you know, you'd hear the laugh, but the left you couldn't. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. Like I said, the downfalls were obviously acting and unnecessary scares. Some of them were unnecessary. Some of them, you know, they were good there, but some of them weren't. Um, so hopefully you enjoyed this review. I'm looking forward to making some more. I might not do all recent movies. I might do movies that have previously came out. Movies like from the time of like when Gladiator came out to even like when Zombieland came out. I might do a Zombieland review. I don't know. So tell me what you think about that, and I will do recent movies too. They more likely be when they come out on DVD. I don't tend to go to the theater a whole lot, but yeah. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed this review. I look forward to making some more. So enjoy your day, YouTube.